or skates sharpened at a bakery. So why would you get your dishwasher, refrigerator, or washer dryer from the same place that sells you computers, TVs, and video games?
Yeah, why would you?
At Coast, appliances are all we do. We've been appliance experts for over 40 years, so we proudly offer the best advice on the best appliances. No if.
His friends are collecting pieces from the lost world. Why they are collecting? Because they are feeling the loneliness and the isolation. So I found this element in both the books and in all of the books, and is all the authors, they did a great job.
Let me leave the final word to you here, Mike.
Isolation and loneliness. If we think about these books like music, like when I reread Ducks, it was like that was the key that it was written in, and that made it so beautiful to be immersed in it. And then also with Hotline, if that was the piece of music, when spring finally came and it was like a key change, it was such a relief for me because I felt Muna's isolation so palpably. These are gorgeous books.
Okay. That is it for this round. There was a little debate. It was mostly love. It was mostly love in that round. We'll call that the love round. For this second chunk here, we're going to talk about the fact that each of the books has a strong sense of place and setting. They take us to a war-torn Lebanon and a cold winter in Montreal, Cape Breton and the Alberta oil sands, Toronto and a borderless world after civilization has collapsed. The question here is, which book did the best job of transporting you to a different place? Tasneem, let me start with you.
Yeah, I was kind of talking about this yesterday, but I do love the fact that the book is nonlinear storytelling, and I think this book, out of all of them, has the strongest. Sorry, Station 11, right? I apologize. That has maybe one of the strongest starts out of all the books that are here. But then with the nonlinear storytelling, it was kind of hard. And also with the pacing kind of shifted when we left the pandemic, the pandemic started. We kind of went into this little lull, and it was so hard for me to kind of picture where we were in relative to the story, and the fact that we kind of kept shifting between perspective to perspective was kind of hard for me to get a grasp of where I was and really having emotional investment to the character, which kind of took me out of the book. But one thing that I will say though is Miranda's. I love the contrast between some of the scenes when we go to like destruction to. I'm not allowed to say spoilers. I hope so. With Miranda on the beach, I thought that was such a beautiful moment, and I felt like I was right there with her, holding her hand. So I will say that. But with the whole shifting perspectives like so quickly that I didn't have a chance to really immerse myself into the story, it took me out. But Miranda's scene, wow.
I dare say it called to mind Toronto really well in the beginning, and then it sort of disappeared into a place that could be anywhere and felt less like my first, I was really thinking like Canadian book as I began this, and I was like, well, this doesn't feel Canadian to me. My second pass, I was like, and I said about how when I came in, I suddenly could see Jivan and at Frank's apartment overlooking the water, and you could feel Toronto in a way that I really felt when I drove in from the airport. But I did feel like that sort of dissipated through the rest, and perhaps that's intentional.
I think these are really fair comments, criticisms, because setting in Station 11 is not really the primary driver of action. It's more character based. When I think about Kate's illustration of Ducks, the settings are so vivid, right? These like snow-packed mud, flats. I time traveled when I read Hotline because her descriptive power of Montreal in that period, I felt I was there. So I think in both those cases, setting is actually a real place of home for where those novels sit, and I agree actually that setting, had a place of importance, greater importance, I think, even though Emily's settings were truly poetic.
Pradeep, let me ask you this question about setting and how do these books transport you? Which book does a strong job of doing that?
I would start with Ducks. Great job, putting those pictures. You are just right there. You are just seeing those scenes near to the vision of author, like those sketches, those drawings, and machinery, those stars, flying ducks, and everything. You see that settings, and in Station 11, there are multiple settings, but the author
just a character in many books, right? The place where a book is located, if it's really evoked well, can be almost an additional character in the book. I think that Hotline does that quite well, you know, with evoking Montreal. And I remember reading some place names. I was like, oh, Place Alexis Miron, I've been there. Like, I know exactly where that is.
Deputy Mayor warns tough decisions lay ahead after the federal government didn't come through with desperately needed funding for Toronto and its budget. Council is meeting right now to talk about it.
You might call today's weather sprinter, as winter forgets it's time to move on. Actor Jeremy Renner will sit down for his first television interview since he nearly lost his life in a snowplow accident.
A desperate Panthers squad will be looking to keep their playoff hopes alive as they visit the Maple Leafs tonight in just one more sleep till the start of the baseball season. Sports at 45.
The TSX jumps by more than 150 points. The Dow is up by more than 200. And an economist says the federal budget shouldn't change the interest rate path. Business at 56.
City News Time, 10:31.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Craig Gear.
This report is brought to you by Maserati of Oakville. Good news sprinkled about on the South 404 south of Elgin Mills. All lanes reopened, as you heard before. Maybe you didn't hear, but you're hearing it now. Delays, though, still left over approaching Stouffville Road to 16th Avenue on and off. There's a brand new collision approaching the 401 in the Express for the right lanes blocked off. And then approaching Bayview Bloor on the DVP, we had a crash or a stalled vehicle blocking a lane. That's gone. So good news in between some bad. Delays from Shepherd all the way down to approaching Bayview Bloor, though, on the DVP. Moving maintenance on the eastbound QEW. It's pothole repairs, and you're down to a single lane. They're currently east of Mississauga Road, really heavy from approaching Erin Mills. You just can't catch a break with these collisions and construction. On the eastbound 403, still jammed from the Lincoln Alexander to east of Waterdown, down to a single left lane only open through this crash scene as well. Hopefully this clears soon. Westbound 403, busy QEW to approaching Waterdown. Problems on the westbound 401 at the 403, 410 have cleared away. We still have a stalled transport, though, on the west 401 west of Keele and the collectors. The right lane's blocked. And construction on the east 401 at Islington and the Express. The left lane's blocked. Delays from east of Dixie, alternating express collectors. Experience the new Maserati Grecale and Maserati Levante exceptional SUVs at Maserati of Oakville, part of R. Ferry Automotive. Visit MaseratiofOakville.net today. With the forecast, Jill Taylor.
The clouds will increase. We'll get into some showers after about 1 this afternoon. Rain at 2, and it'll change to a quick burst of snow. Very strong wind, reducing visibility. Guaranteed high 9 early this afternoon. Will drop to 1. It'll feel like -6 by late afternoon. For today, the guaranteed high 9.
Lots of sunshine right now and 4 degrees in downtown Toronto. It's sunny and 3 over at Pearson. City News Time, 10:33.
It's the new era at Toronto City Council, the first meeting in about 9 years without John Tory in the mayor's seat. There is lots on the agenda, including the process to officially replace Tory, and there is also reaction to the federal budget, which did not have any goodies for Toronto.
And our Momin Qureshi is down at City Hall this morning and joins us live with that and more. Momin.
That's really what's really top of mind here, Steve and Irene, is the lack of funding that came through for the city. Desperately needed funding in yesterday's federal budget. And because of that, the deputy mayor putting out a bit of a dire warning today that tough decisions lay ahead.
So you're going to see those cuts rapidly happen in 2024 if we don't get assistance. We are able to use the reserves we've squirreled away to pay for this year, but it's not a good strategy going forward. It's like taking out your RSPs to pay your mortgage or to pay your groceries. It's not sustainable. We need a new fiscal framework. We need the province and the federal government to start having those conversations with us right now.
Yeah, it's a conversation we've been talking about for months now, that the city needs funding to cover that $1 billion hole in its budget caused by the pandemic for things like transit and housing the homeless and other things. And
fellow counselor Josh Matlow and former police chief Mark Saunders.
We are more than a week into spring now, but it's certainly going to feel and look more like winter today. Our Jamie Pulford joins us with what's in store.
The weather is throwing a winter-like wrench into what's supposed to be spring as a sharp cold front moves in. Our meteorologist Jill Taylor with the timeline of this intense blast of winter.
We'll start with some showers and then steadier rain around 2. It'll switch over to a brief burst of snow around 3 this afternoon, and that'll taper to flurries. Very strong wind as well. Could even collect a trace to a centimeter or 2 of snow.
And that means travel could be impacted with blowing snow, even thunder snow. The temperature is also going to plummet, going from a guaranteed high of 9 down to 1 degree and feeling like -6 by late this afternoon. By early tomorrow, a double-digit wind chill. Then by Saturday